Hello my friends, I'm Professor Hans von Puppet here today for Modern Gaming Roundup. Are you tired of retro gaming? I know I am. I can't tell you how tired I am of listening to other podcasts prattle on about Pac-Man or Space Invaders. Well, my good friends at Modern Gaming Roundup have come up with a brand spanking new podcast. Go to www.moderngamingroundup.com to see how they can take care of all your modern gaming needs.
Let me get this out of the way straight away. Super Pixel Racers has disappointed me. I love games like Power Drive, Neo Drift Out, and in a slightly wider net, Super Off-Road and Micro Machines. What they all manage, and something that Evolution Studios pulled off a few years ago with a top-down adaptation of the MotorStorm franchise, is that the controls allow you to drift with the confidence and precision that you need when going toe-to-toe with cars and corners as fast as possible. Super Pixel Racers certainly looks the part, and that was a factor that instantly drew me towards it, but it was a short-lived affair as I could just not agree with the controls. I'm more than comfortable with a top-down game that uses player-orientated steering, left goes to the car's left, essentially rotating anti-clockwise, and it takes some getting used to, but I can handle screen-orientated steering as well. Left in that case rotates the car the shortest direction to face left on the screen. Super Pixel Racers gives the choice between both of these systems, but however, opted to add an additional system a little like the Human Grand Prix series on the SNES. Human Grand Prix approximates analog steering with a digital SNES pad by showing an arrow in the centre of the car. As you hold a direction, the arrow is moved further away from the centre and the tighter the applied steering angle is. I have a feeling that the American release, rebranded with the F1 pole position name, they added the ability for this to automatically spring back to centre as well. This meant that holding a precise angle in a corner was a little tricky, but at least there was the visual feedback so that you knew exactly what effect your tapping rhythm had, and it avoided the problem that the Japanese release had, which was that I could never go straight. Without the automatic return to centre, the player has to do it themselves, and stopping it dead in the centre seemed to be a real fine art. Back to Super Pixel Racers, it employs a similar system where, instead of the controller having a direct influence on the car, it rotates a target angle, and then the car starts to rotate towards that at a slower speed. This makes the practice of clipping apexes, precision drifting, and even avoiding other cars something that you have to plan what feels like almost a second or so ahead of time, which really isn't a fun experience. Secondly, when using the screen relative controls, the flowing nature of the tracks mean that when you're drifting from one direction change to the next, it feels extremely clumsy. If you find yourself mid-corner with the radius tightening, certainly my instinct is to keep holding the same direction I'm currently holding, expecting the car to continue turning. But instead you need to have the awareness to move your thumb further around with the analog stick to change the angle of rotation. My time with Super Pixel Racers did not last long. I stuck with it for a little while to see if there was something that needed to rewire in my brain, but ultimately I decided it's just a flawed control mechanism, and it was preventing me from enjoying the game as I'd like to. Even the easy races in the career ended up being quite difficult, not because of the opponent's speed, but because of the amount of obstacles that I would crash into and ultimately destroy my car. Bottom line is, there are much better games in this genre to play.